Hi guys, it's Amy and this is Strength Reversed. Thanks so much for watching. Please click subscribe if you're so inclined. Today I'm going to do a video about lost tarot cards. And I'm wondering if this has happened to anyone else. I've had several experiences where my cards kind of go missing. And each time it's felt a little bit different, but I'm going to tell you what's happened and what I took from that. So a couple of times I did not realize that there were missing cards from my deck. And yeah, insert not playing with a full deck jokes here. One time I feng shuied I went on a feng shui rampage and KonMari'd all my dressers and stuff, and I found 2 tarot cards stuck to the back of the front of a drawer, and I had no idea they were gone. So of course I journaled about those and thought about why those 2 particular cards would have come into my life. And I had a similar experience at work. I dropped an almond under my desk and crawled under there, and it was a whole other world under there. There were almonds and M&Ms and paper clips and a tack and also 3 tarot cards. So I wondered about how those were playing out in my life. And it was interesting, and I called it a day, and they were reunited with their family. I already talked in another video that I made about my favorite place to read tarot, which is at the beach. And I talked about the 2 of Pentacles for my Robin Wood deck sailing away. But one card that was missing from my Robin Wood deck for years was the 5 of Pentacles. And I think one time I reset the deck. This was probably 6 or 7 years ago now. I was going through a difficult time. I was divorcing, I was moving, and realized that this card was missing. And I'm not a disorganized person. I'm very particular about, my tarot cards and things like that. So I could not have imagined where it could have been. I opened up books, I went through journals thinking maybe I had stuck it in there, and it just was not turning up. But I did really feel deep down that it would turn up. I didn't feel like it ran away. I felt like it went on sabbatical and that it would be returning to me somehow. And I missed this card in that deck for probably 2 or 3 years. I remember a couple of people having very strong reactions to the fact that I continued to use the deck. And they said, "You can't do that." And I was like, "I'm doing it." I'm just like, if you know me, you can't. I don't like being told what to do. So I did it anyway. And I did not feel like, when I used the deck, there was this sense of a family member missing, someone was away. But I didn't feel like I couldn't get an accurate reading with the deck, because I think there's more than one way to skin a cat, and the cards can find some other way to tell you what you need to know, even if it's not that particular card. So I missed it for several years, and it never turned up. And one of my friends, Sally, who organizes the tarot meetup, she had another group that she did other things with tarot-wise, and one of the members passed away. And her decks were dispersed among the other members, and one of the decks that was being offered was a Robin Wood deck. And Sally was kind enough to remember me and remember my story about my missing card. And so she gave me this replacement deck. And so I was very grateful to the previous owner, because I was able to replace the 5 of Pentacles that had been gone for so long. And, funny enough, I did not feel this sense of lack. It might have been an appropriate time in my life for this card to get my attention, but I didn't feel a sense of lack around missing the card. Quite the opposite. I felt like it was going to go away and come back with more information. So I guess you could be done with the deck. I'm not sure what, you know, what is your opinion? Do you guys think that once you miss a card that the deck is done, that you shouldn't use the deck? Or is it okay to use a deck with a few missing cards? I feel like when a card goes missing, it could be attention seeking. It could really want you to pay attention to it. But also I think you might be called to have a new relationship with that card. A different relationship, or called to really study that card and think about what it means to you and how it's affecting your life. So I did continue to use my deck, and luckily now I have all 78 cards, but tell me what you guys think. Have you lost a card or not? I think you should just keep reading. Thanks, guys.